Here is an interesting challenge you are going to be facing in October 2022, especially when it comes to the 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of October. You are going to be facing this challenge where you are, on one hand, going to become aware of some kind of like someone being like completely dishonest, or some kind of dishonesty, some kind of a wrongdoing. But there is a specific particular karma that you do have with that person, and this in itself, it's really important for you to remember. So when you find yourself facing this particular challenge, when you become aware of someone not being completely honest, when you become aware of some kind of double dealings, when you become aware of some kind of wrongdoings when it comes to one particular person, your challenge in particular, my gorgeous Capricorn, it's actually going to be to actually go through that situation without showing any remorse, without showing any negativity, without showing and making that other person aware how exactly you feel, because it's also to do with a really important collaboration that you are at the same time gonna have to go through, that you're gonna have to come to an end with it, you see. So this is your challenge. When you become aware of someone dishonest, you really need to stay on top by understanding to not to show your feelings, to carry on as normal, but at the same time the collaboration, communication is just so important, because also on another hand you are going to be kind of working on something that you have to finish. And if you do kind of show your feelings and emotions, and if you do become negative or stroppy, when you become aware of what you're going to become aware of, you're only going to slow yourself down, my gorgeous Capricornius. So this is not going to like kind of work in your favor. So this is the challenge that you need to remember, and it is really important indeed, because this is to do with the part of your progress, because only few days after that moment in time, you are going to be facing the actual another situation where you're going to literally see that something like the specific part of your life came to an end, and you are going to see this more as a gift than anything else, because normally few days later, after you see which situation in your life came to an end, normally kind of you wouldn't take this well, but because you're going to respond to what I said, the way you're going to respond in the positive way, something is going to happen within your spirit, within your soul, a great mind-blowing learning lesson. You will become aware of things that you haven't become aware, that you weren't aware of before, and this is all going to contribute towards you really naturally knowing which specific situation in your life came to an end. So you just have to be patient, and you just have to keep your cool, my gorgeous Capricornius. It is just so important, because it's just a part of a little challenge that you're going to need to go through in order to see how much you've actually changed, and in order to be ready for the next stage of your life. This in itself, it's really important. Sometimes, you know, we know certain things around, sometimes we notice certain things around, but that doesn't mean that every single time we need to express ourselves, every single time we need to respond to these situations around us. You're gonna learn exactly from this moment onwards, you know, the importance of keeping certain things in, keeping certain things to yourself, rather than messing up so much, you know, when it comes to your energy and vibration by responding in the wrong way, like almost as if enemy would want to respond you like kind of in a particular way, and this is exactly what you're going to be doing. No baby, no, you're going to do complete opposite, and this in itself, it's going to create such an important, powerful moment when it comes to your karma. It's a lot to do with the karma, but it's also a lot to do with things that you have been prepared for, my gorgeous Capricornius, for a long time, and this is the final push that you need to push, final push that you need to push sorry, final push that you need need to push literally at this moment in time, because that's why a few days after that you're going to naturally be facing a situation in your life that came to an end naturally. But then again, at the same time, normally you would be like, oh my god, no baby, no, and now you're going to be, yeah baby, go for it. You see what I mean? So it's all about allowing yourself to grow, but learning about yourself as well at the same time. When it comes to the actual number, my gorgeous Capricornians, and when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is 2312. 2312, it's a powerful number, but it's also like indicating the fact that, you know, you are gonna have such an interesting like big mama idea at around mid-October. So there is going to be a really interesting idea that you are going to have, and that idea that you are going to have, it's only like going to be like kind of like you're only going to be at the beginning stages of this idea, but it's also going to be somebody really unique, quirky, unusual, and quite special in your life. You know, this person you really look up to in so many different ways, like a quirky, a special, a spiritual, a powerful, a strong, unusual, but you like this unusuality about this particular person. So someone is actually at around the mid-October going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow. Especially when it comes to that idea that you're going to have. And you know what? That idea that you're going to have, like, honestly, I can describe to you, like, in two ways. On one hand, this idea, it's a lot to do with, like, also living the life that you're not able to live now, but also it's like living a life of, like, a luxury in compared to what you're living now. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not living in luxury, but you know what I mean. It's about reaching the certain stage in your life where you just see yourself, oh my God, I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm seeing myself surrounded by this and surrounded by that, so why am I living like this when I can see myself like this? Do you know what I mean? It's like a lot is going to be on your mind, and this is all going to like this is all going to be the result of your natural progression. But anyway, what I was going to say, so it's like kind of reaching the part of your life that you want to reach, but at the same time also it's going to reflect like on your happiness, spirituality, you allowing yourself to be yourself, my gorgeous Capricornians. But at the same time it's also about, you know, knowing that these are just, you know, you are going to find yourself at a really like kind of beginning stages of all this, but this is also going to reflect on you, on your financial situation, on where you were worrying about, oh God, am I doing things right? Am I doing things wrong? Do you know what I mean? So this is a lot going to reflect on your financial situation, and I really like this quite a lot. But when I say it's going to reflect on your financial situation, it's purely to do with things that you have been worrying about quite a lot lately, especially when it comes to the last 3 or 4 months. You were worrying about something about finances, something was on your mind persistently. So it's also going to kind of like really, you know, like kind of like cover that part of your life, that part of your worries. So it's going to make your finances much better. You will be able to protect what's yours, if you know what I mean. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, I just, you know, this is all, you're going to start with like a really interesting idea, but then at the same time, within the next, you know, at the same time, within the last like 11 days, within the last 11 days of October, the last 11 days of October are going to be playing a really mind-blowing role when it comes to that, because a lot is going to be answered to you within the last 11 days of October. And you know, because something is going to happen, like you are kind of gonna be very direct, you're gonna feel very strong, you're gonna on one specific particular day, you're gonna feel very strong, very direct, and there is a very important communication that you're going to have with someone, and you're really gonna have to surprise yourself. And this communication that you're going to have with someone, this is going to happen completely, my lordy lord, completely unplanned. It's not like something, oh yeah, I want to talk to John, I want to talk to Marie, I want to talk to Samantha, I want to talk to like a Mary. Do you know what I mean? No, baby, no. This is going to be completely unplanned conversation that you're going to have, but it's going to turn out to be like a mind-blowing, huge moment in your life within the last 11 days. Indeed. And that conversation that you're going to have with someone, it's like literally going to happen out of the blue, unplanned. And it's the best when it's like that, because it means that your subconscious mind, your spirit, your soul have guided you to this moment in time. Okay, so any response, from you, it's welcome. That comes like naturally, without you thinking too much, without you forcing yourself, without you kind of like really preparing yourself for something. This is going to come spontaneously. And that once you find yourself having this conversation, it's almost like going to be like a heated, but more to do with the passion, and more to do with you feeling really passionate about something. Passionate. And this is brilliant, because you're raising a very specific energy. When that communication happens, something is going to happen. And you are really going to surprise yourself. You're going to be very strong. You're going to be really direct. And normally you would be like, oh my God, I would be worried normally to be so direct. Oh my God, did I hurt him? Did I hurt her? Did it come out wrong? And blah, blah. Normally you would worry, but now you're going to be as direct as the biggest mama. Like, honestly, I'm not even joking here. And how direct you're actually going to be, it's not only what you're going to come up with. It's not only what you're going to say, but something is going to happen here. You are actually going to really impress yourself, but in the best possible way. You're going to learn something really special about yourself here. And you also, at the same time, you're going to learn something special about yourself, but at the same time, what is going to happen here, now suddenly, you are, that particular idea that I said that you are going to have before, I said you're going to have this idea at around the mid-October, but then, so very strongly, what is going to happen after this conversation, this idea that you're actually going to have, it's going to happen at around the at around the mid-October. This is going to start happening from like the, let's say, 10th of October onwards. This idea is going to come up from the 10th of October onwards. This idea is going to come up that I said that it's going to be able to kind of help you to imagine yourself, to picture yourself. You're going to picture yourself living the life that you want, but it's a lot to do with like a luxury, but also at the same time it's about your own spirituality and doing what you want. But at the same time, I said that you're going to find yourself at the beginning stages of like a planning, and so that conversation that I said that you're going to have within the last 11 days of October, that conversation that you're going to have, it's also at the same time, you're not only going to kind of find yourself, realize something very special about yourself by being direct, but something is going to happen here. Not only you're going to realize how much you changed, but at the same time you are going to kind of understand through that conversation, the opportunity, how you can kind of start that plan. So this new opportunity that is going to come up, that you're going to realize through this conversation, completely unplanned, completely. So it's all about new opportunity and potential, and also you will know exactly which steps do you need to take next. And it's also to do with the beautiful gift that you have, your beautiful gift that you have. It's a lot to do with your spiritual purpose, and you, expressing yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. So this is all going to be so much easier than you could have possibly imagined. So now here, you will know exactly with that plan that I said at the beginning stages at around the mid, now towards the end of October, shall I make it like this, towards the end of October, you will know, you will have a new opportunity and potential here, especially when it comes to that plan. You will know what to do, especially when it comes to like knowing which steps to take next. This is brilliant because it's to do with your beautiful gift, but then at the same time, this is going to lead towards you kind of like a really needing and wanting to explore something very particular within the last few days of October. It's like big huge things are going to be happening to you, especially within the last 4 days of October. Within the last 4 days of October, it's going to be like absolutely everything when it comes to you. On one hand, the energy is going to be so strange and bizarre and unusual, but you're going to like this. You're going to like this because you're Capricornius, and we've got Sawain at the end of the month, which is the 31st of October, which means that the veil in between this world and the spirit world, it's at its thinnest. So we are showered by messages and signs from the spirit guides and from the spirit world, and especially when it comes to maybe sometimes people who used to be in our lives as well. So you're going to find yourself yourself within this energy, within this vibration. So you're gonna like this already. But the last 4 days of October are most importantly gonna make you feel extremely enthusiastic. Now there is something very specific that you will feel like you need to learn about and explore and explore and explore. There is something very specific that is gonna be keep on keeping you optimistic and enthusiastic, and that in itself is gonna be so good in so many different ways, because it's gonna really increase your passion, but it's also gonna give you strength in order to encourage, in order to make the necessary steps in your life. It's all going to start in your mind, and this is very important, to be positive and optimistic rather than thinking negatively. And because when we are thinking negatively, we also have the power to in turn our challenges, you know, into something like really giant and enormous. So just keep on thinking really optimistically here. But you are going to be optimistic anyway. It doesn't really matter, because you are going to be very enthusiastic, and you will want to explore something very particular. And the more you feel like that, the more enthusiastic you're gonna feel, the more you feel like you want to explore something very specific here. At the same time, you know, it's to do with like, you know, like as soon as you kind of start paying attention to what this is, there are going to be more and more like possibilities that are going to be connected to it that you didn't realize before. So now you're going to realize even more how much you've actually changed and how much you learned about yourself and life over the last 2 or 3 years, you know. And at the same time, the more you think about it, the more your passion is going to be ignited, the more your spirit is going to be rising, and this is all going to be contributing towards you realizing, you know, it's going to be, this is the time for quick thinking, because some kind of a bold idea as well, it's going to be like kind of on your mind, how to attack certain problems. And once you kind of like become aware of this bold idea, how to attack certain problems, this in itself is going to reveal, you know, the part of your life that was actually making you feel so unhappy for the last 3 months. You know, it was making you feel extremely unhappy, and it was preventing you to be yourself, especially when it comes to the real people in your life. Something was like kind of blocking you and slowing you down when it comes to you expressing yourself with the people that mean to you so much. But also there was like a little bit of blockage that you've had when it comes to like a maybe meeting with certain people, or rejoining certain people, reconnecting with certain people. This is an important part of your life. You know why? Because every single person that come across our paths, it's important. We learn something from them, but especially when it comes to the real people in our lives, this is really going to point towards the part of your life that you should really put so much energy in. But it's to do with the spirituality. You're expressing yourself in this way, taking all this on the next level, but as well connecting and reconnecting with the people that think like you, and seeing them, not just online type of things, you know, but seeing them, reconnecting with them, living with them, like, because this is the time, this is the way when we benefit from each other's energy. Because, you know, there is someone really specific that you're gonna want to reconnect here, one specific person that you're gonna feel so strong about. It's gonna be on your mind as well, and please do so. Somebody who you haven't seen in a while specifically, please do so, because that particular person is going to be having a very, very important message for you as well. Something is going to be pointed out, something that you didn't know. You're going to find this really, really interesting and very important in this stage, because you will know how to deal with a specific issue that is instantly going to bring you healing into your life. But it's going to come from somebody who you haven't seen in a while, and you're about to reconnect with as well. When it comes when it comes to the actual nutrition, I highly recommend you what I said before. It is very important for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, to take something like a natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system, and it's going to be superb for your energy levels, and it's going to be excellent for your bones as well, because your skeleton is going to be a little bit sensitive. Sorry. So this is what I highly recommend you. So it would be like a natural vitamin D3, a must. Even if you're every day in the sun, this is needed now every day, in combination with the zinc picolinate also, which is a mind-blowing combination in order to boost your immune system, but also at the same time is going to be super beneficial for your skin, hair and nails. And the third thing that I would recommend you highly It's something like organic chlorella. Just remember what I said to you before. Every single person should be actually taking this. Do you know why? Because of the metals. Metals are in the air, metals are in the sky, metals are in the ground, metals are in the soil, metals are in the plants. Very dangerous metals, which are dangerous for our health indeed. And these metals are preventing our body from absorbing nutrients, which is very, very dangerous in itself, let alone what these dangerous metals are doing to the rest of our body, especially when it comes to our mind, our memory. Everything is getting affected. So organic chlorella is superb because it's going to help you to detoxify yourself from these metals. It's rich in vitamins and minerals, in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, so it's essential, and it's also rich in protein. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And in order to buy these supplements, my supplements are of an exceptional quality. They're without any rubbish and any unnecessary ingredients, any chemicals, and any rubbish like that. So if you would like to buy my vitamins, of course you should. The link is in the description below, or you can just go on Google and just type in like a Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and then you will see my page coming up that way as well. So now the very first date, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's actually going to be on the 1st of October. On the 1st of October, on the very 1st of October, and on the very 2nd of October. Just pay attention to what's on your mind. Pay attention to what's on your mind on the 1st of October and the 2nd of October. As soon as you open your gorgeous little eyes, something is going to be on your mind. And this is your spirit guide pointing to you exactly which part of your life you should be paying attention to indeed. And this is also going to be connected to protection. You see what I mean? The message that you're going to get on the 1st and the 2nd of October, it's from your spirit. When you open your eyes, something is going to be on your mind, something completely odd, something completely different. And that in itself, it's important for you to pay attention to, because it is going to be something that is going to protect you, you know, and it's also going to bring you a closure. So just remember this. At the same time, you know, you may be also kind of angry with someone, and it's like an important aspect of our life that we need to pay attention to. If we suddenly feel angry with someone, this is also a good sign that the spirit is giving us a chance to forgive to someone, because the certain cycle is coming to an end, a new cycle is going to start, a good cycle, an important cycle where things are going to speed up for you. But you need to give something, you see. So you need to kind of understand and realize that there is someone that you're just going to out of the blue feel angry about. Just release that person. Don't be angry. It's not about them, it's about you. It's about you evolving higher. And otherwise this is going to be keep on repeating over and over again until you kind of reach this state of mind when you see different things in a different light from a different perspective. It's important, so it shows your spiritual growth. The 4th of October, it's going to be the time when you're going to have a really important message here, and that message is going to put a big smile on your face, because you will realize like, oh my God, I'm making a progress here. You are, the bottom line is, it's not like that you're going to get a message, but you're going to realize that you're making a progress. And that part of your life that you're going to realize that you're making a progress, this is something that is going to bring a great momentum into your life. But it's also going to require from you to make the necessary step. This is to do with an expansion. It's to do with you going on the next stage of your life, but also it's to do with you needing to understand this big baby here. You need to commit to the plan here, and you need to commit to this, because I know that maybe there's going to be the part of the challenge where other things are going to be on your mind around. No, baby, no. This is something that you need to connect to. And at the same time, you are within the next, by the 7th of October already, you're going to realize that you have got something very special, that you have got something that you need. Because on the 4th of October, you're still going to think, oh my God, you know what, okay, that's great. Okay, you're going to find yourself at the beginning of stages of something. This is great. This is fantastic. This is brilliant. Optimism, la, la, la. but you're not going to be completely certain how you're going to do this. So by the time you will think something is missing, you know, and then by the time you get to the 7th of October, you will know exactly that nothing is missing. You've got everything you need in order to move on. This is important, so important once you realize this, because also this is going to provide you with such an important vision that you are going to have on the 7th of October. And that vision that you are going to have, it's really going to help you to reconnect with yourself as well. You will know exactly what do you need to do, and that vision, it's going to be consisting of you like really just understanding exactly like how you're going to make an ultimate change in your life. It's to do with a big change, but it's also to do with you seeing this, feeling this, understanding this, feeling yourself like being part of this change already in your near future. So this is going to feel very, very big, but it's also going to bring an ultimate success in your life. Not only this is going to reflect on your own spirituality, but this is going to reflect for your own success when it comes to the actual finances, because later on this is also going to reflect quite a lot on your financial situation, my gorgeous Capricornians. Indeed, what I was going to recommend you, it's like, oh my god, look at this beautiful baby here. Look at how gorgeous this pendant is. I don't even know what to say. It's beautiful, and this is called Indonesian plum agate. It's absolutely beautiful, and this also like kind of has a power to kind of make you so much more passionate. It gives you strength, it gives you courage, it makes you instantly confident. But also at the same time, when we are kind of changing our lives, when we are trying to do really big things, when we are working on our passion, when we do things that we are passionate about, we also at the same time we create a very special energy. But sometimes there is so much going on around us that can affect us, affect our way of thinking, and then that in itself can kind of like slow us down a little bit. So in terms of priority, it's very difficult to sometimes pinpoint and say and know what would be the right thing to do. So this really helps you with that part, you know, that energy. So as soon as you wear this, you're like kind of like almost instantly you feel re-energized, but also almost instantly you have some kind of idea, you feel more passionate, and this is brilliant because it pinpoints things out to you in terms of feeling and vibration. But at the same time, when you're doing something that means to you so much, when you want to make the most of it, this always pushes you to go further, this always pushes you to go that much further, but it also like kind of elevates you even more. So you are kind of in terms of longevity, you know, you go for much further when you wear this, because it's really beneficial for your own energy. So if you need something that instantly boosts you, but especially when it comes to things that you're so like kind of passionate about and you want to make the most of it, just wear this gorgeous pendant. I do think that you should get this because you're going to benefit from this throughout October, November, and even December. As soon as you're doing something that means to you so much, you will see you just elevate yourself immediately. So you just like kind of gather this strength and courage to deal with certain people in a situation that would normally put you off and even affect you, you know. So this gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Capricornians. The second important date is going to be on the 16th of October. On the 16th of October, it's like, oh my god, you know what, you are gonna really kind of you will know that it's time to make a really important decision here, and that decision that you will make, it's only gonna seem like really tiny, really little, something really little, and it's to do with like your own development. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're like kind of working at, you know, working on, whatever it means to you so much so far, like the part of your life that you've put like some kind of energy in, or lots of energy in, you will naturally know that you're gonna need to make some kind of decision on the 16th of October. But that decision is gonna be like seem like tiny, but it's actually going to be huge. You're not going to realize this, but it's important for you to understand that you making this decision, it's also going to help you not only to move on with your life, and you're going to make a much bigger jump when that it actually seems, because it's at the same time going to it's going to provide you with an opportunity to transform your life. So this is why this is going to be so important. At the same time, you know, you are going to need to understand that the part of all that, it's like you being bold in terms of a leadership. When it comes to your life, you're going to need to be really, really decisive. And by you being decisive, you're actually also going to motivate others, you know, to motivate other people in your life that are very, very special to you. People who mean to you so much are going to learn from you at this moment in time. They will know what to do. This is a beautiful thing that is actually going to be happening. So this is all going to lead towards you really having a very much so clear direction by the 19th and the 20th of October. You already are going to have a clear direction here when it comes to you feeling so ambitious and so driven. And then also this, when you become aware of some kind of a news again from the outside, some kind of breaking news, this is going to kind of bring a fresh whole new fresh inspiration and enthusiasm, especially when it comes to you becoming completely aware of like wanting to kind of explore something, but that is to do with like starting up a certain project as well, especially when it comes to some kind of a new direction in life. By the time you get to the 30th and the 31st of October, my gorgeous Capricornians, before I go there, another thing I would highly recommend you would be this absolutely beautiful chrysocolla with azurite. Look at how gorgeous is this. Absolutely beautiful pendant. And this is something that I would suggest you. This crystal is amazing. This is something I would suggest you to wear every single time when you can't express yourself. This helps you to open your mouth and talk, you know. Express yourself, like communicate. This is an absolutely superb, powerful crystal when it comes to communication, and also when it comes to dealing with the people who are draining our energy vampires, who are having this negative effect and impact on us. You know, this helps us to open up and to talk and to communicate so beautifully, you know. So this is something I also highly kind of recommend you. And please, every single time when you need to have important conversations and need to express yourself, or even understand your dreams, understand the little subtle messages you get like all the time, you know, I really highly suggest you to wear this. This is called chrysocolla with azurite, and you can also buy this from my store, and the link is in the description below. So now, my gorgeous Capricornians, the third important date, it's going to be in between the 30th and the 31st of October. My goodness, this is something is just going to come to you so much intuitively, and you're not going to be able to understand where this is coming from, and what intuitively it's going to come to you is how to protect something that's yours, and that's exactly what you should be doing. This is important because you're going to be so wise and so deep within these 2 days because of Sol Wane anyway. So you are going to be kind of nudged, you know, through your own intuition to protect something that's yours, and that in itself, it's also kind of going to make you aware of like a kind of what exact bold action do you need to take. But you will know which bold action do you need to take because you're going to start feeling really exciting. Your energy is going to rise instantly. You're going to feel very confident, very brave, and passionate, but also you are going to kind of feel bits and pieces of some kind of adventure coming through at that moment in time. And especially when it comes to the 31st of October, this is the good one. The 31st of October, really unexpected situation. Something is really going to surprise you. Something is going to happen here completely out of the blue. Completely out of the blue. The situation that you did not expect is going to happen whatsoever. But the bottom line is that that situation is going to make you aware of like the part of your life that you thought that it's long gone, that it's long lost. And it's going to be no, baby, no. It's complete opposite. This is something that you need to work on, and something that you need to give more energy to, and something that you need to also understand. This is going to work, but you need patience. Important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of October, mid part of October, and the last part of October. Just briefly what I feel about first part, mid part, and the second part. So the first part of October, be optimistic. Be optimistic. And remember this in the first part of October. Be happy with the results of your actions. Just remember this, to be happy with the results of your actions. The mid part of October, it's very important to pay attention to work-life balance to protect your creativity. If things are getting too much, go and hug the tree, baby. The last part of October, you know, there are going to be some challenges that you are going to have. You will be able to face them. They are part of your destiny. Okay? You will be able to face them. Just remember that. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. Oh, it looks like someone really honest, some really beautiful, honest person. It's going to be playing an important role when it comes to relationships, because the beautiful, honest person, you both think that this honest person, this person is honest and beautiful. This is for the couples. That particular beautiful, honest person is going to be playing an important role because they are going to point out some kind of mistake that you've made. So this is going to really surprise you to start with, but it's going to give you food for thought, you know, and this is when something is going to start up here. Something is going to start here. Some kind of idea is at the same time going to be born. This is important stage indeed, because after that moment in time, something new is coming, but you're going to need to kind of realize what mistake this person is trying to point out to you too. When it comes to those of you Capricornians who are single and ready to mingy, it's like, oh my lord, you know what, you have like a kind of couple of stages here that are like really unusual but important. Where I'm seeing that you're gonna find the love of your life this month, no baby, no. But what is actually going to happen is you are gonna fancy someone, or you already fancied someone, and like just briefly, and then, you know, in October you're gonna realize, you know what, there is something that is really going to make you aware of this person, that you don't really like this person whatsoever. Okay, that person that you fancied is going to show their real face, and then you will just you will not like this person whatsoever. And this is a very important stage. You will want to move on, and now by the end of October, something is gonna change, something is gonna happen, and you're gonna realize why were you single, for example. You're gonna realize why you didn't find someone, and then it's gonna come to you, especially when it comes to the 30th and the 31st of October. These 2 days, it's gonna come to you. What do you need to do? Where do you need to go? Something is gonna come to you. It's really going to surprise you. Very unusual indeed, but you will know what do you need to do and where do you need to go in order to kind of find someone. And this is going to be your really great sign, one of the greatest signs ever, because it's going to show you the way, exactly what do you need to do, almost as if you're going to have like a little vision within the 30th and the 31st of October, and it's just literally going to come to you. I need to do this, I need to do that, and then immediately this is going to create a path in between you and someone really special. But this month, but before the end of the month, you are going to get a glimpse, or have a glimpse how you're going to get there. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.